I should do this. Probably this should help. So well, I have just realized that people on YouTube were not able to see the theme, which is really I mean the stream. So looks like I have to end and restart this, because let me see. Yeah, I think okay, I should leave it the way it is. Maybe we'll edit later. So alright, let's proceed. So here I also have a sample for you of how to load the JavaScript file into your HTML, into your WordPress theme. And for this, you use the WP, and you can specify the version, but or leave it out. But because we have to specify whether the script should load in the footer or in the header, so we can't skip it. That's why I left an empty string, because I don't have a particular version of the script for my script.js. And for now, after saving, we can go and view. After saving, we can come here, reload the theme. You can see that now it looks like how we want, and then we can view the page source. And if we view the page source, we are going to see quite a lot of things. We see these two URLs that we had put, but at the same time we see some scripts, we see some style, like you can see here, and we can search for the style that we put by just of course pressing Ctrl or Command F and type the handle of your theme. So if I do that, you can see here that we have a link tag which is associated to WIT style CSS, and this is the exact CSS we've loaded. And you can see how WordPress has loaded the absolute path of the style sheet, including the WP content, themes, then the wedding invitation theme, then style. So that's how it works. And you can see the all, which I explained earlier, that this one becomes media all because here we did not specify which media for it to be loaded on. Okay, so now the other thing is that everything else you see have been loaded because of the WP head function that we've included, that we've specified in the header section. So if we go in the footer, if we scroll down, you can see that in the footer there are other things there, like here you can see W3 hide small margins, these things. You can see these scripts, like for example the hover intent, the admin.js, the style sheet, our JavaScript file. If we click on it, it should not load because at the end of the day we've not yet created the JavaScript file. But you can see that it has the ID or the handle WIT script.js. So that's why those handles are managed by this. They are specified here and here. I think we can continue now. Okay. Now we can go back and look at the theme that we are working on. This theme we are working on shows us that there is Jane and John here as a title, there is some content here, then there is some wedding details over here. So the button, so, and what else, and there is you are invited, of course, so on and so forth. So what we are going to do is simple. We are going to go back to our theme in index here. So we can come over here and index.html, and since this is like, if we go to the WordPress admin here on the pages, and we click Jane and John, we might realize that this is a block editor. So that means much of the things that we want to add can be managed by the block. For example, you can add an image. So to add an image, I can go here and I'll download the image, save the image, and yeah, it will go to my downloads. Now I'll go back to edit, and then I'll upload the image from downloads, wedding couple 2, open, so that, yeah, so that's it. So I will update the page, and after updating the page, we can come back to our site and reload, and you can see that the image has let me go and explain something, because this, the image, this image here, we specified it as a background, so it is behaving as if it's a background for entire section. So we have to go back and we check how we implemented the code so that it can accommodate the actual flow. So you can see that here, you can see that we have this thing over here, and that thing we have, it's the one which has the image background, and we have get content. Okay, we have get content, which is also inside this. So, and the get content is the function which picks all the content that is in this section. In this section here, it gets all of that content, and then you can echo the content out. Now, that's why you see that, that's why you see that this image, if we include it here, it appears with the in the same section here. So to separate that, we have to do something different. We may have to create, since we are just a little bit beginners, we shall create another page. Okay, we shall create another page to make life simple. So we shall go to pages and create another page, and this page we shall consider it to be the about, okay, the John and Jane page. So I'll simply go here and call it John and Jane, Jane and John, yeah. Then there is then we can add the picture that we want by getting it by we don't need to upload it because it's already been uploaded. So here we can click media, select it, and publish. Now after publishing, we need to go back here and find a way we can bring that particular section to bring that particular section to here. Then also The other thing we can do is we can separate, we can put all of this code in a template file for home page. For example, we can go to WP, we can go here and say template part, WP template part for header, so something like that. And yeah, here they are talking about template parts. These are for blogs, I think. We want for the classic theme, so we click this and then template files section or template tags. I think this is the section we want to go to, and so template files. Okay, let me click this link and you see template hierarchy. No, these are just talking about files. Okay, somewhere there should be something that, okay, if I click get header, yes, if I click get header, I should see something that has to do with the template part. So you see here how this person is referring to, is checking whether the page is home, then it includes the header specifically for home. So how you do that is it's not very complicated. All you need to do is we just have to create a file with the prefix of header, then we give it the handle. Like if it's special, we put an hyphen to separate header as a prefix, and then the template, the name of the part that we want to include, that we want to specify. So I'll just go over here and right click, new file, and this one we're gonna call it home, header hyphen home.php. Then we shall go to the index here. In the index here, we shall copy all of this code. We are cutting it away, not copying. Okay, we are cutting it away, all of it, and then we are going to bring it to header home there, so that I've done this for cleaning or making sure that code is easy to read, as opposed to type a lot of things in the index.html. So here I will be able to where in here, yeah, okay, there, it's okay. Now in the index here I just have to specify home, okay, and I believe that should load the template part we called header home in that section. That means if we have another section called, if we have like a page.php, it will load another, we shall see anyway. Let me skip that for now, we shall see later. So we need to save this, then we can come over, reload, and we see, okay, the template, the specific template header has not been loaded, but the page we created has been loaded. So let's see why. We are going to see, probably I've not saved something, probably I saved the index, and maybe I didn't save the header. Okay, let's see, and let's go back. Where is our, let's reload again. Oh, it's not loading, but okay, let me see here. Header home, and okay, I think I know why. So no, do I? Yeah, I think I know why. I think I need to get all of this, copy, and take it to here. Yep, to be part of the header home. Is it? I can verify that by viewing the source of this, view source, and I see where, yeah, I can see that the header is there, but the first section of the HTML is not there. So probably that's the reason why it wasn't loading. So I had to add all of this code to this custom template we created, and then I'll save and reload. So and we see, yeah, so okay, things have started to happen. Now we need to ensure that this template header gets a particular page, not every page, you know. So what we can say is here we can add an option, and I think it should be post what, slug or something like that. So I'll just go here and put WP query, because I want to see all the tags, all the options it accepts, so that we can utilize one to pick a particular page from the database. So take the title, and then I want the options. Properties, so post count, found, parameters. So I want to see the parameter for the title. Okay, maybe I should search title. Order by, display by title. Looks like, okay, I'll just search WP get page by title or slug. One of the two should help me. Oh, this is very odd. So get page by path. Yeah, so there's a function that I've seen. Let me hope it's not deprecated. Get page by path, and you put the slug. So this should be able to give us what I want. And if I click here, okay, so what is, yeah, looks like it's not deprecated. So retrieves a page given its path and output. All right, so I think we can simply go ahead and use it, because it takes in the path, the string output, which is object, and the post type, which is page by, and it returns the post wp post array. All right, now I can go back to here, and instead of all of this code, we can, in the header, we can utilize, can just say, we can remove all of this anyway, all of this, and use the other function we've seen, which gets a page, get page by path. So the path is, you can go over here and let's see, let me, oh, which one did we publish today? This one? No, this one. So we need to rename one of them. Okay, I can use quick edit, and we can say home, and then I can also put the slide as home and update. So now, all right, now what we're gonna do is, the path is home, so we shall just go ahead here and put home. Then the rest of the parameters we can leave them, because why can we leave them? It's because they have default values already. You can see that this has the default value of page, and this has the default value of object. So we can go ahead and save, but before saving, we want to see whether this page has really, this thing has really retrieved something. So what we shall do for now, which I don't really recommend, but sometimes I use it, so I will do that and say dump page, then I will save, and this might bring errors because we no longer have title. So I will just comment it out and comment out content to avoid seeing errors. Then I will save and come back here to reload. Syntax error, unexpected token, this one on line 18. So we go back to the code, line 18 doesn't expect, okay, I think it's how I commented it out, maybe. So I'll put it here, and but usually when you see that, the error could be coming from the previous line. So okay, let's see. All right, let's save and try again. Save, reload. Yeah, here you go. So actually this thing has returned the things, and you can see that it has returned a PHP object with an ID and these things over here. So these are getting married is in the key code post content, and I think that's all we need. So we shall just say go back, and then we can say, if we can use the if statement and say if page, then do what? If page, then go ahead and echo, undo. I don't know why this editor, when you select one line, it selects like many. So we shall go here and say page, echo page, then title. Let me see here, where is the title? IDs here, date, and yeah, title is in post title, so I will just say post title here. Then here I will say page post content. Yeah, if the page is there, now this would mean that if the page is not there, they will display the background image, but they won't bother displaying any error or content. So I'll save that. Let me hope it is saved, then I'll reload. Yeah, so now this one has brought this. Now you can see that what it has brought is the word home, so we can just simply go to the editor. Okay, let me click up. So we can edit here and go and here before getting married, we can add a block of text and just say Jane and John, but make sure that these have the HTML formatting that is expected here. So for it, okay, we don't even need the HTML formatting because here we've already put the HTML. Oh, we need it because at the end of the day we are not going to display this using the code. We are not going to display the title anymore using the code. So that means in the editor here we have to select this and change, I think here, or maybe here. So we change it to heading, and we can click in it, cancel, and then I want to see just a moment. Okay, I want us to edit this particular block. So this block, where can we add on advanced? We can add the CSS class. So you just click in the block. If you are using the block editor, click the text you want, then you click block here, or page if you want page. But if you click block, go to advanced if you want to add your CSS class. So I'll go to our editor and get this CSS class w3 jumbo or jumbo, copy it and then paste it over here. Now after doing that, I have to remove this. I have to remove this. Okay, have to delete that, and I have to delete this h2 and h2, so that I leave the formatting to be done by WordPress. Okay, so I'll go back and to the editor, and I'll use on this one, I'll format it to h heading and then make sure that it's h2. I think also this is h2. I don't think I need to select bold. Then okay, there's an empty block here that I don't want, so let me delete. This one has lost the formatting. So, and this should be h1. Then come back here, add the class, then update. So this is going to help us get whatever we want. Let me save here. Reload. Yeah, we are seeing Jen and John are getting married. That's the year. All right, now we can go to the next section. You may wonder how this image has come, but if you were here last time, the image is being loaded by the style sheet. If you look here, here, BG image, wedding couple. So the image is being loaded to the style sheet and it's applied to the BG image class, of which the BG image class is on is on this element here, which is the header. You can see bg image here. All right, that's if you were wondering what where that is coming from. Okay, now we can go to the next section, and how we are going to go to that section. If I come in the index here, you can see that the index does not have something that displays the home. So, and the problem here is that if we just use the query here, the query will just pick anything, you know, the query will just pick anything and it will bring it in. So let's just try it out and we see. Just a moment. We are going to try out something which is a simple PHP script that is as a while. So, and we shall say while have posts. Okay, then do what? Or have posts the content. So if we go and do this and then end while here, and while here. So this is how to do like a simple, this would be how to do a simple PHP while for WordPress that checks posts and then it displays the content from the posts. So usually it's used in the page.php file and the post.php file, but I've used it in the index for testing purposes. So if we reload over here, oh, is internet acting up? Because I see it's so maybe it's did I end the while? Yeah, let me check, because sometimes it's slow because of how we've coded. It has posts, while have posts, then the content, then end while. Yeah, it should. Yeah, it's taking its time. And see this, see what it's doing. It is just going in WordPress and picking the post, and that's why it was slow, because it's fetching. Let me go in the here in the posts, some good post. So I think it's picking this some post and then it is repeating it, because you could see the good post on here, it has even crashed, you know. So we have to be very careful when we are putting some WordPress functions in certain areas. So what we are going to do now, we can go back and use the other method we used, which was the method we used in this one, get page by path. Why? Because we simply know that our template looks like this. We expect that our template is not gonna look any different, but if it was going to look different, we would use a different approach. So this approach we are using is custom. It's not what you are going to use over and over and over. As you learn, you will get to know, I mean, as you practice, you'll get to discover ways. That's why you are called a programmer. So now we shall remove this code. I hate this editor that deletes all the lines. So we shall just bring the code. I've copied the code from the header file, and then here, instead of home, I'll say Jen dash John. If you don't remember how I got that, I'm going to go back and you see. So I will save this. So how I got Jen-John is if I go back to the WordPress dashboard, click pages, and then click John. Here, if you see, here is the URL at the right, this extension. Here is the URL. I think I should turn it off. Just a moment, I need to turn off that extension so that, yeah, now, okay, now I think we are good to go. So here the URL shows you John and John. Oh, I made a mistake. We can edit it by clicking on it, and then it should be Jen-John. And should it, okay, I should then update. So that's the one I've put here. Okay, now let's go and reload our website. Okay, reload. Yeah, now this time you can see that here is the picture of John and Jen. Now the thing is, we have to go in the editor and select this image because you can see that it's not in the center, and we can click here, then align center. And the other thing that this does is that we have to display the word Jane and John. You can see we have to display it, and then we have to know which HTML it's using. And for us to know the HTML, we have to go to W3 Schools, and I can click back over here. Just, oh, I can't. So I'll go back, W3 Schools, ready theme, and then I can, let's go down where it is. Oh, have I passed it already? I think so. Yeah, here I'll click try it yourself, then I can see the code. Now the code for this section, Jane and John, is this one, John and Jane. This is the code. So I can copy away the code this code especially. Okay, just no, let me see. Yeah, I'll copy these two divs for now and take them in my here at the top of, no, I think yeah, let me put it here, or in order for it not to display when the section is not there, I will just put it here. Then I'll indent it to make the code look a little bit better. Yeah, then I will go ahead and close the div and the next div. So yeah, this is why to do this, to participate in this session, you have to know HTML, CSS, and PHP. Otherwise, you wouldn't really get what we are doing. So after doing this, I will reload and see if there's any change. Then we can, yeah, the image is in the center. It has that pinkish background on it. And then the other thing we can do about it is now start adding the other title with this, where this title, and it's not difficult to do. We just go in the editor here. So this title, this is This title is the page title that we may leave or we may utilize. So if we are to utilize it around here, we can say echo php echo. By the way, there is another convention which is a shortcut that we can use, page then post title. Yeah, so if you are wondering what these are, page then dot arrow, then you can go back in the tutorials about data types and you look at the object data types, then you understand what this is all about. So I will save and reload. Yes, oh, again a mistake in the spelling, but that's okay. So here, yeah, now for it to appear the same way it's appearing here, we have to include the HTML code that they applied on it, which is here, you see. So we can copy this code, copy that h1 and bring it to here. Then PHP will be in the middle. Then here we shall end the bold and h1, and then all right, let's save and we go back, save, reload. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see that the image, there is a smaller space here and a wider space here. It is because we've not applied all the CSS that is supposed to be applied to this image. How I get to know is that if I go back in here in the editor, I can see that this image here has a class. You can see, and it has some styles here, you know. So what I can do in this case, I can copy these classes, okay, copy them. Then I can go to editor, click the image, click the image, scroll down and then click advanced and do that. Paste additional classes, then update, and after updating I'll reload it to see what effect we have. Okay, our effect is not really, looks like it's not applied. Why? We can view we can inspect the element or view the source code. So if we inspect the element, the class, looks like the class has not been added to the image. It has been added to, you can see it has been added to the figure tag which WordPress adds to the images. So because I think that's where here you can see the image. I think the WordPress puts the image in the block, the image block. I think it's in the figure tag, and I don't know if there's any way we can change that. For now, even if we say, yeah, if we say edit HTML, let's try to just delete the HTML of the figure. So before deleting it, I've copied the class to where I want it. Then I'll delete this and then I'll click edit visually, attempt to block recovery. So unexpected or invalid content. So really editing it does not help. I select cover, what, oh, cover does this, no, I should leave it to image. And for now I'm gonna leave it like that. But the other thing that I can do, I think I know the other thing that I can do. Though if I do it, then the image will lose things. So size, but then I wanted to change more things about the image, but honestly I won't attempt unless I try it some other time, then come and share. Let me reload and see what our edits have done. Yeah, so at least we are on track. So this means that if we look here, we have some text, this text over here, so we can also bring it in that page. And where here we just click and paste. So that's the text. And if we come over here, reload, so the text is here, but it's slightly bigger. So we can go to the HTML at here, and we can see that this is a paragraph with in an I. So if we go here, let's if we go here, we can check. If we click if we click edit, yeah, you can see that this one, instead of it being in the italic, it's in the EM. So I'll try to change that if it won't break, and then I'll update the C. Yeah, but still it's big than the preview we have. So why would it be big? Let's go back to here to the code. Honestly, looks like this one. I also don't have much to change on it for now, but let's bring the title, the button in this button wedding details, and the block editor has that, so we can add a block here and search button, so button, and this button has wedding details, and then if we click in it, we can edit more info about it, like you can center it, allow wrap multiple lines. Okay, I can let that be. Then can click here, size, and rounded. Why is it rounded? Okay, our first update, we see how it looks, then we try to apply more CSS like we may want. So you can see that it's not even appearing in the center. So we can go to this code over here, and you can see that it's put in a paragraph. Then it has these classes. So I'll first take this class, select button, advanced, and HTML anchor. I'm going to show you what it's going to do. So yeah, so I'll put the class there, update, and I don't really know if the class has been applied properly, but I can as well edit HTML, and you can see that this button has been put in a div instead of the paragraph. So if I want to have that, the paragraph, I'll do P and then P here, and this block button, no, I will now take the classes that I copied from HTML and put them here, and I'll remove this and this. Now when you do this, what is going to happen? Oh, block has broken. Convert to HTML. Yeah, so I've converted it to HTML block, and then I update. So if you want to change, what I've discovered is that if you want to change things in the block editor of WordPress, you may want to use the HTML block, but this would of course make it very hard for a non-developer to edit their website. So you have to be very careful the way you build the thing. But since we are just trying to be faster, I'll leave it to that. Then I will reload here, and you can see that the button has appeared. We can go back to HTML and see the paragraph has this class that we have to bring in. Yeah. The paragraph as, so we are going to remove all of these and just put that class, which is from the code that we are using. So yeah, I will also remove this comment, and I will remove this comment. Then I will update, and I expect this to give us what we may want. Yes, it has given us what we may want, but when we click it, it doesn't go anywhere. So to utilize it, we are going to go back in the code